All right, welcome in players to the first of what will be quite a few training videos done by me, Coach Jason Beeler, in the friendly confines of my backyard during this time of quarantine and social distancing. This first video is on ball striking. Let's get right into the warm-up. Pretty simple, just going to set up two cinder blocks here in my backyard. You can use any sort of flat, hard surface, brick wall, wooden wall if it's sturdy enough, the side of a house, any sort of concrete, something like that. But all you're going to do in this is you're going to start by using the inside of your foot to tap the ball against the wall, left foot, right foot, alternating. And then you're going to switch up to all different parts of your foot. So you can use your laces, you can use the outside of your foot, you can use your toes. But the idea is to get our feet moving quickly as well as our heart rate up a little bit to sort of warm us up and try to practice the proper technique of how we would be pushing the ball against the wall in these different capacities. Now our first activity is pretty similar. I'm going to use these same two cinder blocks, a much smaller target than if you have a huge brick wall or a concrete wall, something like that. But the idea is we want an accurate pass to this spot, and then it's going to rebound back off that wall with a little bit of power, and we're going to try to trap it off of that. So it's a pass and a trap with some accuracy. Now, if you're using a wall like a concrete wall or a brick wall, if you want to just take a piece of chalk and outline a square for your accuracy, that can help. If you got something like this in a cinder block, if it hits the corner, it shoots off. So you got to be really accurate with and precise with your movements. Just start off with the inside of the foot. Once you feel like you've got the inside of the foot down, that's pretty good. Then maybe you try to switch to your laces. Now the laces are going to be a little bit less forgiving. You've really got to strike it sweetly in order to hit your target. And this is, again, once we start to add in distance and power, how accurate can we be? The strike of the ball is going to dictate a lot of that. Now, if you'll notice when I strike the ball with the inside of my foot, how I follow through and land on that foot, it's no different when I strike it with my laces. I want to plant that opposite foot outside of the ball, strike through, and then land on that foot that I struck on. Same thing with when I strike it with my laces. I want to strike through and land on that same foot. You're going to set up three channels, three sort of gates, if whatever you want to call them. You can use cones, you can use t-shirts, you can use shoes. All you're going to do is roll a ball out and try to make it through all the gates. And as you get better at it, you want to add a little bit more power to your pass or to your shot. Now, when we talk about ball striking and technique, again, we want to do a couple of things very well. We want to point our plant toe in the direction where we want the ball to go. All right, so I'm going to have a moving ball. It's going to make it a little bit more difficult. If you're not up to the moving ball yet, you can use a stationary one. But the idea is that the moving ball, I'm going to plant my off foot in the direction, pointing at the direction I want to go, and then I'm going to swing my leg straight through so that it is parallel, not coming across my plant foot, but parallel to my plant foot. In the end, we want to put this all together with a little bit of fitness or footwork. You can vary that up at each set of cones or each set of shirts or shoes or whatever you're using for your different gaits. You can do hops over them. You can do footwork in circles, frontwards and backwards. You can do little figure eights around them. in really anything you can do, push-ups or sit-ups or crunches. You can add in whatever exercises or footwork or agility drills that you want to add on to this. But what we want to do at the end is sort of put it all together with a little bit of fitness where you're working in and out of those cones, and then ultimately ending by coming around and finishing off with a shot. So after your body's a little bit fatigued, after you've done a little bit of work, can you still maintain your accuracy?